Kristen. This is Clear Day. Today we're going to work on the skill of getting from the bed to the wheelchair and back. And people need different amounts of help with this. Some people can do it on their own if you set it up. Some people need a walker or a cane. Some people need some physical help. So we'll go over each scenario. You can pick what applies best to you. As with everything, getting everything ready and set up ahead of time before you start moving is going to make your day much easier and safer. So if this person is getting up and down on their own, and especially if it's at night, you want to make sure there's no obstacles and that you've left the wheelchair locked and, if possible, against the wall. So if somebody plops, it doesn't go backwards. One must-do thing is to get the leg rest out of the way. So we get in a hurry, we don't want to take an extra step, and you have to bend over. And so people kind of like flip them up or just put them a little bit to the side. But you're going to have trouble getting around them. They could trip on them. It's easier if you just make it a habit to take them off before you start moving, okay? And put them to the side, and you'll get really good at putting them on after a while. Okay, so if he's going to be getting up and down on his own, maybe at night or before you're up, just like I said, lock it, put it right next to the bed, and there you're done. On the other hand, if they need a little help or a device, then you want to set that up. So if they've got their walker and they need it to get up, usually you recommend leaving it by the bed or close to the bed where they get up, especially if it's new and they're forgetting to use it, having that visual reminder, oh yeah, I'm supposed to take the walker. If they've been using it forever, that's no big deal. They're used to it. So you might leave it with them enough room to get their feet off the edge of the bed, and then they'll get up and see the walker, and then they can use it to sit down over here, especially if they've got, a painful leg or they had surgery, or they're dizzy or have fallen, something like that. So we'll have this, he can pull it in, and so I'll have him push from the bed. Don't pull on the walker. Here, let's put your hand on the bed. There you go. Lean forward. Now take the walker. Awesome. Okay. Now I'll turn it around and have a seat. Back all the way up, and then reach back for the chair and have a seat. The brakes would be locked. However, they're being repaired and they've been taken off right now. So pretend that we have our brakes locked, and because you always will, right? Okay. And again, brakes get loose over time, so having the extra security of keeping it against the wall is a good safeguard. All right, let's go back. Push your hands on the wheelchair. Make sure your brakes are locked, and go ahead and stand up. There we go, and then there you go. Okay, and then turn around, have a seat, way back, reach back. Good job. Okay, so he didn't really need help, just a little cueing. Now, if somebody needs some physical help, you're gonna, again, same setup. You've got the leg rest out of the way, brakes locked against the wall, and we're gonna have to give him a little boost because he's having trouble getting up or he's unsteady. Some people have difficulty using the walker, maybe because of some arthritis in their hands or shoulder pain. So if you're doing it yourself, then what you're going to do, you're going to kind of block their knees with your knees, and you're going to hold them right back here and have them lean forward. It's almost like you're giving them a hug and getting up, and then kind of help them around to the chair. So, all right, let's on 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job. All right, and step around. Can you reach for the chair? Awesome. 1, 2, 3, and down. Great job. Now, he needed some help. It wasn't a whole lot of help. If somebody needs more help, one thing you can do is just skip the standing and just kind of pivot over. This is a little bit harder. You might need to get some therapy in the home. Let me take this armrest off. So on our way back, we'll do it this way. So you can usually take the armrest off, and if you think about it, from here to here, you're really just going to be doing kind of a squat pivot is what it's called. And so again, make sure your brakes are locked, and you're gonna just barely lift the behind. I'm gonna pull back and swing him around, okay? All right, so lean forward a little bit, and let's go 1, 2, 3, like that, okay? And then I'm gonna make sure that he's on there, because you never know, and keep my knees right here. And if you need to, you can have them scoot back just a little bit. Push, okay, excellent. All right, that also works for commodes, for bedside commodes, just removing the arm and then giving them a swing. And that could be for multiple reasons. It's a little bit harder to do. Hopefully, you know, having some home health therapy can help them work on that skill, build up the strength a little bit. Again, getting the bed to the appropriate height. If you have a taller person and a shorter bed, it'll be much easier if you put the risers underneath the legs. On the other hand, if they are going to be making this type of transfer for quite a while, it's better to leave it lower so it's closer to the height of this. Now, if somebody needs more assistance, you definitely need to work with the therapist if they're needing like a total or a maximum assist, or, you know, or if it's something that's too much for you to do on your own, they could give you some training, helpfully build up some strength and skill here, and then teach you the best technique. But otherwise, these work for most people, just kind of depending on their safety level and how new this activity is for them. So I hope that those are helpful and that you work out the technique that's best for you. And thanks for watching.